Okay, so this is going to be my first what if Asta video. My internet's back on, but for some reason I can't upload on my phone, so it's going to be a wonky upload schedule still. Uh, Probably until like for a while, because I don't know what's wrong with it. So let's just get this uploaded, and so this is what if Asta had time magic, and he's going to be the son of the Wizard King. And okay, let's get started. So we start, yes, let's say 8 months before Asta was born. The Wizard King meets a elf, but she's not reincarnated yet. She has an elf soul basically in her, but she's not reincarnated basically. And they no, she has she has a course from a demon in her basically. It's anti-magic basically. It's an anti-magic course, making her not be able to use magic, and her at the same time being able to deflect and dispel any magic. And Asta gets that from her, and he also still gets Thai magic from his dad. And we fast forward 8 months. As soon as Asta is born, there's an attack on the capital. His wife dies. Well, Asta's mom slash the Wizard King's wife dies in that attack. When that attack happens, Asta also gets kidnapped, and he gets dumped off Alhaj village. The reason that he gets dumped off Alhaj village is this plot armor, and the reason that his mom died, this more plot armor, because I don't feel like dealing with his mom in general. Yeah, that's just a whole other person and a whole other topic I have to get into. So his mom died, and he got dumped off at House Village for plot armor, and he gets dumped off at this lake in Cannon. And then and him still grow up the same way, but Asta doesn't know that he has magic till is getting attacked. Well, basically now is getting attacked by the dude that stole his necklace in Canon. Oh, and Asta also has a necklace, and he has the little star thingy that the Wizard King has on his forehead. He also has that, but he covers that up with his hair and his bandana because he thinks that it's weird, so he covers that up most of the time. But for plot armor, it's going to eventually fall off, and they're going to be able to see it just for plot armor state reasons. That's not going to happen right now. What happens is Asta defeats the dude by looking at him and telling him to stop. The little orb comes from his hand, and it basically falls on the floor and bounces a few times, and it ends up hitting the dude's leg, freezing him into time. And then he still had Asta, necklace in his hand, so he had to wait for had to wait say 3 days for the dude to get out of Asta's bubble so he can get his necklace back. But the dude was already in jail by the time that the bubble broke, because they just rolled the bubble into jail, like into the prison cell, and waited for him to get out of it. And since then, Asta has been training with his magic, and he realized that he can stop some objects and rewind them. Like, say an object is about to fall, he can stop it and then rewind it. Or and then to like plants and crops, if he wants, he can fast forward it. And he can do that to basically about anything if he wants. He can even make some of the kids at the farm age faster and make them the same age as him, if he wanted to, but he won't just because, plot armor or whatever. I don't know why I keep saying everything's for plot armor, but yeah, plot armor. Like, whatever. Anyway, we skip to him being 15, and this is where things are going to get a little bit weird because he still gets the 5-leaf clover. Like, he gets the 5-leaf clover from the library instead of him awakening it. He gets it from the library, but when he grabs the 5-leaf, he also another book goes straight down to him. He grabs it, and it's a 4-leaf. So he has a 5-leaf and a 4-leaf. The reason that he has a 4-leaf because that's going to help all his time spells, but his 5-leaf is going to only be able to hold the swords. And he can't. When he tried to put the swords into his time book, it was about to go. Like, it started to go in, but it shooted right back out. So that's why he has to have 2 books. Let's just say the the anti-magic swords can only go into the demon book, basically. So asta, he'll still have his dark asta mode or whatever you want to call it, but he won't have a demon because his mom had the demon and then she died, so he doesn't have a demon, but he'll still have dark asta mode. But it'll still, it'll just be a little bit different in a way. Basically, it won't be as strong because the demon isn't helping him. Because that's just what I think. The demon was helping him fight just a little bit, but Asta was still conscious and able to move his body how he wanted. That's just what I think. Anyway, let's see what else. I guess we can go to where he finds the sword dude while he's training with his sword and his time magic, trying to make up combos. The sword dude teaches him how to use his magic with his sword, making him have a anti-magic, a sword that can stop time, but also can't stop magic. So if he wants, he can point a sword, he can hit a spell with a sword, and then he can rewind it in time, making it fly back at the dude's face, basically, or he can forward it in time, making it go faster so he can hit it back at the dude, with a faster volume, basically. That's all that really did. And then Asta can also fly a broom now, so he goes to fly his broom all the way into the capital, so they don't have to walk, because only walked because Asta had to walk. That's what I think. And then they still camped out for I'll say a day, because in the anime I think they camped out for 3 days, so I guess a day would be satisfactory. Then when they get there, they have to wait 2 days for the thing to even start. So they sleep in the cheapest inn that they can find, and they end up meeting. Asta ends up meeting his dad without knowing that he met his dad, and his dad thinks that the Wizard King. I'm just gonna say the Wizard King because I don't feel like saying his dad over and over again. The Wizard King thinks that it's his son, but he's not sure. He's like, it could be, but I need a little bit more proof. Because it is Asta. This is what Asta looks like. He has golden hair, and it goes all the way about halfway. No, it goes all the way down to the back. But the tips are golden, just because I want to give him long hair for some reason. It just sounds cool. And he puts it in a ponytail, he puts it in a braided ponytail. It's the same. Yeah. Yeah, get out.
No. Go kick me.
My bad. My little brother just had to come to my door. Anyway, let's see where am I at. Anyway. So they do the room test and Asta
doing better than Asta did in canon. And then with the plant growth thingy, they Asta ends up making a whole, like, not big tree, just a little tree, like a house tree, and it is the size, like, it's not too big, but it grows little claws, making it obvious that he has time magic even more. And then he has, for the odd three heads, he grabs his sword, he throws his sword, and then he freezes it in time, and he, like, shrinks the time bubble, making the sword go deeper into the object that he threw it at. Anyway. My bad, my little brother keeps knocking on my door and running off, so that's just going to be him knocking for now. So my bad for the background noise. Anyway, yeah, and then for the 1v1, he fights to do the Asta was going to fight, and just to make this quicker, he throws a time bubble on the dude, and that's, like, literally all he does. And then Asta, Yuna goes first. Yuna gets all the hands raised. He still picks the Golden Dawn, because I don't feel like changing that, because if I change that, it's going to be a lot of gaps into the story, so he still picks the Golden Dawn. And he gets the fire people, I forgot the name, and then he gets the Silvas, and he gets the Black Bulls. He decides to go with the Black Bulls just because, like, still plot holes in the story if he doesn't go for the Black Bulls. And there's I like the Black Bull story already, so I don't feel like changing that at all right now. I'll probably change it in the future for if this does good for another part, like for another different what if, but for right now, no. Anyway, he goes and he picks the Black Bulls, and the Silvas say, why did you go with the worst, like, worst of the worst? And he says, because when I make them the best, it means it's going to prove how strong I am. And he says, I'm going to do it in a matter of 2 days. And then he said, if not, I'll quit. Like, he says, I'm going to get them out of their debt in 2 days, and if I don't, I'll quit. Like, I'll completely drop out of being a Magic Knight. And that's just because that, like, it seems cool if he gets them out his debt in 2 days. So yeah, he says, I'll make them have at least 1 star in 2 days, like, out of their debt, and have 1 star in at least 2 days. And everybody, like, all of them start laughing at him and saying, do you know how much debt they have? And he says, yes, 150. I think they had somewhere around 100. I think it was just 101. But yeah, they have 150 in this because I said 150 to start off with. So yeah, they have 150 debt, and he says, yeah, I know. I'm going to make them have at least 1 star in 2 days. And if not, I quit, like I said. And then they said, they said if you do that, like they said, if you quit and you get them at least to 50 stars in 2 days, like negative 50 stars in 2 days, you can join one of us if you want. And he says, nope, I'm going to quit. I'm going to drop out, and I'll try again next year. Let's just say that you can try to be a Magic Knight anytime, because to what I know of, you can only try when you're 15, because literally it was just all 15-year-olds there. So now you can try out, like, at any age. Anyway, let's see. So he goes to the Black Bulls. He goes back with Yami. Yami still grabs him by his head. He grabs him by his head and tries to throw him into the portal, but Asta grabs his hand. to pull Yami's hand off, and I'm going to end it off with Asta pulling off Yami's hand and walking into the portal, and Yami's completely surprised by this. Okay, goodbye shadows. This will probably be coming out at 5 because I'm going to set a timer for it to come out at 5. This is Jedi Master signing out.